Welcome YouTube, my name is Radiata Lycoris, and I'm back for some more reverse 1999. Okay, first and foremost, I got a lot of explaining to do. So to get it out of the way, now I recorded myself reacting to, I think, Wuthering Waves, CBT2 trailer, and then I uploaded it, and then little did I know, after that I decided to start recording the main quest of this new patch. And yeah, as you see, I'm on chapter 3 now, and what had happened was that I did record it, and then I ran into audio issues. Yes, I ran into audio issues on my video, and so yeah, you do not see the pulls for me pulling for Kala, and you cannot see me do the first I think 2 chapters of the story, which I'm so happy that I ended that recording like really early in the story, because I didn't know it was going to do that. And I was like, it happened again. I was so mortified. I was like, why did this keep happening to me? Like, I ruined like, I think like 2 or 3 of Dahlia's recordings that she was supposed to do, as well as like I think, yeah, 3 recording ideas I destroyed because of this issue. And I was like, what is going on? Like, this is driving me crazy. Like, I'm tired of the audio disappearing, like one of the audio tracks disappearing on me. And so I tried to look into it, wondering what, it's got to be something that I was doing, because there's no way that this was normal. So I tried to look into it, and I finally figured out what it was. And I was like, oh my god, it was that easy? You telling me all this time I was messing it up? So what happened is, I think in settings, and there's like, I think it's video, it's like the video settings, and you gotta make sure that all the audio tracks are checked so that you could pick up all the audio tracks. For me, on my settings, only 3 of them was checked, which is track 1, track 2, and track 3. And so every time I did, I separate my audio like a freak, like you know, all over the place. So I have a browser audio for like the videos, for like video reactions. I have game audio for the games and stuff like that. So I'm like separating things. I'm don't ask why I make myself. I'm just a little bit of like that, you know. I like to organize things, so I can have, I guess, a little bit of control. But anyway, I only had those 3 audio tracks checked it, and what happened was that because when you check your audio mixer in OBS, you hit advanced settings, something like that. You hit, let me see, check real quick. Yes, advanced audio properties. When you hit that, you get to check which media goes under which audio track. And normally I will put my mic on audio track 1. I put Dahlia's mic. Well, back then I had Discord, so now you're gonna start seeing that there's gonna be more videos where you ain't gonna be able to hear Dahlia now in my mic anymore, or in us bleeding over each other's through the other mic now. We used to do Discord calls because I didn't know how to set up our mics back then, and now I finally figured that out too now. So now I have Dahlia's mic at audio track 2. So audio track 3, I was going to dedicate it to whatever we were doing at the time, such as the gaming or the reacting to videos. And so what happened, because of the way how the audio advanced properties look, the box that you check for audio track 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 is always before the number. So it'll be box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, and so on. But that confused me because normally you would see a number first and then a box, in my opinion. That's how I just like growing up. So it's like the number 1, and then you put something after 1, and then it's like number 2, like a bullet point and stuff like that. So because the box was in front of 1, I mistakenly hit box 4 when it came to the reverse 1999 audio, because I had to change it from the browser from being audio track 3, which was reacting to Wuthering Waves, the browser track. So I changed it to the gaming audio track to 3, which was supposed to be reverse 1999, but I mistakenly hit 4, and because 4 was not checked, it didn't record 4, and that's what keeps happening. So every time I tried to get Dahlia set up to do a recording, or us doing recordings on a game or something, I miss around and click track 4 by mistake and not track 3, because again the box will be in front of the number, and that is confusing when you try and do it real quick. At least to me. So now that I've checked it, all the boxes, now I'm not expecting any kind of audio problems like this in the further future. So yeah, I'm quite happy that that's finally over with. But what sucks is that I wasted so much videos on that little problem. But you learn. The more you do, you learn. So other than that, yes, I'm on chapter 3. Thank goodness I stopped at chapter 2. I did got Kala. I had 70 pulls left. I still have the video of me doing pulls. It just does not have verse 99 audio. So yes, I was so happy that Kala was coming out this patch, and I think I had 70 pulls, and I got her at 6, 7, 68. So she came out around the 68th pull, and I think I had around like 68. That's what I had around like 68. I didn't reach 70 yet. I was like around 68 pulls, and that's when she came out. Yeah. So I got her, and I think I might, the next time I try pulling a character, I don't know who it might be, so I'm just gonna keep saving until then. I just wanted a damage dealer and just went for Kala. And without that being said, I think this episode we're gonna go through the story a bit more. So sorry I didn't like capture the first 2 parts. But yeah, yeah, I was really bummed out by what had happened. I was gonna upload like that video like I think Saturday, but again, since that happened, I just decided to take the weekend off, and I decided to just record stuff with since I finally figured out what the audio issue was. I decided to just record a video with Dahlia to do Power Rolls. Yeah, and I'm heavily addicted to that game right at the moment. But yeah, just been recording, been obsessed with the Power Roll craze like everybody else was that weekend. So I guess when this video pops up, it might come on YouTube. It might come on YouTube around Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday is when you're gonna be seeing this video. If y'all like Reverse 1999, if y'all joined the patch so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos of Reverse 1999. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I mean, we already prolonged the story long enough this whole weekend, so might as well get on it. Okay, so for chapters 1 and 2, we basically are following as the story goes, is that so far is that we ran into Kala and her I don't know what relationship she has to, is her name, I think it's her name is Kumar. I think that's like her teacher. I'm not sure if that's her mom or not, but Kumar basically taught Kala all she know. I think she taught Kala about astrology and the science of it, and Kala does lectures to an audience of people, and her teacher Kumar was in the audience and saw her presenting, and after the fact they both meet each other's under, like, I think the rooftops, and they looked at the starry night sky together, and Kumar and her was like talking about the stars. I think they were debating about something about the stars, and not only that, but I think they also talked about how basically the academia that Kumar is presenting at and teaching at, hosting these little seminars, I think that's what you call it, at these these humans don't know that they're arcanists. See, like we're dealing with this in here, around here too, is that arcanists isn't supposed to be are not welcome to be teachers or academic people. So I'm unsure if Kumar is an arcanist. She makes it sound like she's not welcome. She said all her life she's not welcome to arcanists or humans. So I think she is arcanist, but she made it seem like the arcanist does not welcome her, and I guess people that she grew up with. So that's a little bit of a mystery there. And then something ominous happened when Kala turns to look at Kumar one more time. I think Kumar like changed into something. It's been a while since, like, it's been a whole weekend, so but I'm not sure if that was a dream or not, because then we leave that scene and we ended up at the what's it called, airport? Yeah, I think it's like the airport. So we ended up in the airport, and that's when we get to see Matilda, and Matilda is basically on a I think she's either on vacation. She took vacation time, or yeah, I think she took a vacation time from the foundation, but she was here. She came here for a reason, for her specific reasons. As you know, Matilda, arcanist ability, I think, is like she uses a crystal ball. She's a fortune teller. She does divine predictions, and so I guess when she calculated the stars, she knew that a great divine prediction was going to be unfold. I don't know exactly the terms, but it was going to be unfold around this area and during a certain time frame, and she had to be there at a specific location to receive that divination. So this was the utmost importance to her. So she has maps, she has all these things ready to come here, to come to this place. And when she's at the airport, she falls asleep a little bit, and then these two kids basically saw her. They see her as an easy target to pickpocket from her, and one girl named what's her name again? It's Kajara. Yeah, the girl named Kajara. She's the new 5-star character, and she tells a little boy that, oh, if you could do this, basically putting a good word with you, with the leader, I guess, or the people who are doing these, and to show that you are like basically like one of us, be like, you know, you get more privilege maybe, or like bread for basically pickpocketing her and like getting away with it. And so he's like, yeah, I could do it, this will be easy and stuff like that. So he basically pickpockets Matilda while she's sleeping and wakes her up and said, oh, you dropped this and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, thank you. And basically Shimani came out of nowhere going like, you're not going anywhere, boy, because I saw what you did. You basically like stole something from her and you're trying to come off as if you didn't. And Shimani put him in his place, basically stealing the object that he stole from that kid. Basically pickpocketing the pickpocketer, and basically tries to give it back to Matilda. And the little boy managed to get away from Shimani, tries to run away. Shimani chases after him. Matilda's also chasing after him, and sooner or later, forgot what happened. I think someone like tossed it, like a gold pendant that Matilda owns, like I think it's like a fragile gold crystal that looks kind of like topaz or like carmelian looking, but it's a very fragile crystal, and it was tossed into the air. And as you see, the yellow crystal pendulum tossed in the air, and Matilda was worried about it smashing to the ground. She got so scared and was trying to chase after it, and then Kala comes just in time and grabs the yellow pendant before it drops to the floor. And Matilda, she basically gives it back to Matilda and was like, put this away. And so she gave it back to her. I don't know why she said put this away, like very ominously. I'm guessing that the yellow crystal pendant is like it's like a tool or some kind of obvious trinket that humans would know is something that's arcane. That's the only thing I could think of. I think it has to be arcanist in nature in order for Kala to respond that way, but she responded that way very whisperly, very like warningly, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing I could think of, is that it's probably something arcanist related. So when she gave it back to her, she said thank you, and Kala just basically disappeared like the wind. The moment she came is the moment she left. She left like the wind. She didn't wait any longer. Anyway, after that, what's her name? Kajara was in the distance, looking behind a pillar at Matilda, going like, maybe I could use this to my advantage. Or wait, no, Matilda couldn't find her maps because there was some maps she was missing from much of her paperwork and stuff that she brought with her. And she's like, where's my maps? And Kajara was at a distance behind a pillar, looking at her maps, going like, ooh, a treasure map, and like, ooh, maybe I could use this to my advantage or something. Maybe it'll lead me to treasure or something. And Matilda came out of nowhere going like, hello, those are mines. And Kajara was like, oh yeah, of course, I just found these or whatever and stuff like that. And she's like, are these like maps or whatever? She's like, and then basically tries to come off as like she's a tourist guide, you know, and that she is willing to help Matilda with her journey, with her to take her to all the places like hotels and stuff like that, and even to the mountain that is like on the map and everything. And Matilda wasn't buying it, but she was like trying so hard to say like, oh, but I'm a tourist guide who specifically goes after basically people that I know who definitely needs it. I know you definitely like are worthy of needing it because you are a special customer. You are like you know, basically trying to sell her like a ticket like premium ticket or something like that, like as if she's like the most important person in the world. She basically tries to sell it like that. And she also gave her like the boohoo crying story of I'm so like poor, like, and stuff like that, and you know, like this is like what I do for a living and things like that, and I like you know tries to sell a story for her, and Matilda just like finally gives in to her sob story, go like, fine, you could go ahead and lead me to where I need to go, and you know, go around the whole place and stuff like that. And that's where we left off at, is that basically Matilda gave in, and now Kajara is just scheming around and still thinking that the map is a treasure map, but I don't think it is a treasure map. I think it's like a map that Matilda circled, like certain hidden points of like hotspots of divinations, I think. I don't think it's like a treasure map, but she thinks it is because the way how all the lines, there were so many lines and circles. But yeah, that is where we left off with chapter 2, I think. Interestingly enough. One thing that I did liked about that is like, I'm not sure if to leave it because I couldn't upload that video, but I wanted to ask that in the comment section down below, is a voice actor for Kanjira, is she like also speaking the native language? I don't know what native language they're speaking, but does she know that native language? Like, is this the same voice actress or is it two different voice actors? Because Shamani's voice acting, he barely say the language, and the little boy that was the thief, he spoke a lot of that language, the native language. And that's saying of Kala barely speaks the language as well, the voice actress. So when I saw Kanjira was talking, she speaks in English, and then she like went back to her native language, kind of like what Matilda does. She like speaks English when she's talking to people, but then when she's talking to herself, she goes back to French. So yeah, just let me know down in the comment section below if that's the same voice actress, because that was beautifully done. I just like her voice acting is nicely done. Anyway, now without further ado, let's finally start chapter 3, The Young Indiana Jones. Oh, the young Indiana Jones. Okay.
Woohoo! All right, sit tight. Let's go.
You let us joke again? Fix it up for one last time. Don't borrow that annoying human thing to her.
The bright yellow tuck drifts in a beautiful arc of slow road. The brown sand kicked up in the air, covering up the curses of the passersby.
Slow down! Slow down! I am going too fast! Whoa! Is this thing really under control? Hey!
As the tuk-tuk roars along, the marigold petals are flying wildly in the wind.
Not yet best spot! Hold that bar tight! Ah, ah, ah!
Street. That's all I'm gonna call it, like, just street.
Woohoo! How you feel, my guest? Oh, I'm sorry. You must not be used to this. Here, use it.
As Conjura passes over the hem of her skirt, Matilda takes out a handkerchief from her pocket in silence.
If you want your silk dirty, fine. You look very decent after all. And here it is.
The shrine is apparently an old one. Judging by the worn bricks, the smell of sticky spices in the air is almost suffocating.
What's the smell? Is it smell of full white musk and sandals, calming Palo Santo and cinnamon. You feel your chakra open? But I can also smell a lot of mango. That smells good.
Conjura glances at the stone walls to measure its height and then nod.
Okay, jump over this wall and we're in. Jump over it? I thought there is at least a hidden side door. To see the closed cave, you must pay a price. So this is your local connections. Well, that means tuk-tuk, my guest. No tuk-tuk this village is faster than that. Uncle Sinna is not so nice and lend me if I don't give him my lunch money. My route don't need entrance ticket. Shouldn't you give me credit?
Even if she is busted, Conjura is not embarrassed at all. On the contrary, she looks a bit proud. She puts her hands together to form a temporary steeping stone. Temporary steeping stone.
Now come. Although I think you don't like this rude behavior.
Ignoring the steeping stone, Matilda raises her arms and jumps up the wall deftly.
Huh? I was thoughtful and considerate enough not to wipe my nose on your skirt. Yet you repay my kindness with contempt. Climbing over a wall of this height is really a piece of cake. So, do you need a hand getting up here?
Matilda looks down proudly from the top of the wall.
Huh. Weirdo.
The shrine is shrouded in thick smoke and packed with pious believers, resembling a legged cloud with the smell of spices. The two small figures sneak into the shadow in the corner while avoiding the believers in their way.
I don't know what this skulking was for. You better not be lying.
Is she eating?
Hey! What's that in your hand? You want a bite? The prayers are so pious. So don't worry, the fruits is tasty. Like I expect. So sweet.
Is she eating like the offerings?
When did you take it from the
Yeah.
offerings? Don't mind. Manka, come back.
A little black snake creeps up her arms quietly, I mean.
By the way, I hope you is not afraid of snakes. I'm a special kind. And I'm curious about what exactly you are referring to. Specially rude or specially annoying? Why so angered? I mean, I'm Artemis. Hope I don't scare you. Relax. I'm not like others. Are you serious? Can't you tell I'm also an excellent, one of the best arcanists?
Matilda jumps up with a jerk out of excitement, but then she noticed the crowds and has to crouch down again very quickly.
So you were lying to me! Spoke about all those good virtues you can see in me! Hey, it's not my fault! You doesn't look like one!
Tanjiro drops the mango core and scans Matilda in slight surprise.
I thought all arcanists except me are like... Like what? Like the villagers. Those old mans yell when they see humans, like annoying monkeys or crowing chickens. They even drive humans away. Don't care they're here to help. Why you think only the train station is tidy and clean? Humans in other places is all drive away. I not like them because... Anyways, I never thought there is more arcanist like me.
Tanjiro speaks in a quiet voice. A confused look appears on her face.
If you ask me, I'd say you read too little and know too little. I suggest you follow my example and adopt the style of a real arcanist. Fine, fine. Oh, Manka say there is just a few people outside. So up your head, stay confident and walk out like we paid. Have you been listening or not?
The North Cave. Following Tanjiro, Matilda goes through the smoke and arrives at the entrance to the cave.
Huh, nice. Nobody around as usual. But I still suggest you be careful since... I understand the damage when digging. Just don't involve me if you must break something.
Matilda looks up, not hearing a word of her mutter.
So this is the head of Findre?
Oh, she has good nose. I commend anybody who could just sit and write and like put pictures and stuff inside of a journal and things like that, kind of like scrapbooking. I commend anyone who could do that. I can't do that. I can't write a journal to save my life. I just can't write in journals. I don't know what it is. It drives me crazy. Like Dahlia can. I can't though. It's like everything is just stuck in my head. I can't even write down like ideas or anything. It's difficult for me. The top of the cave looks like a black hole. No one knows where it will lead or what it will devour.
Dark and scary, but this is what must go through on the way to treasure. Just like you must say, open sesame, right? I really don't know what to make of this treasure you've been mumbling about. I hope you didn't get the wrong idea.
Yeah, she has the wrong idea.
Ah, I see what you mean here. Relax. I will zip my lips and tell no one.
He zips her mouth shut and nods sincerely.
I'll just stay here then. Everything good luck. Huh? Anyway, despite all the strange things you've been talking about along the way, you have successfully taken me here as promised. I guess here is where we part. Thank you.
After bidding her goodbye, Matilda turns around and walks towards the cave while browsing the documents in her hand. Soon she is devoured by the bottomless darkness.
तुम्हें मेरी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं मेरे बहादुर मेहमान। भले ही कोई सांप या कोई ड्रैगन तुम्हारा इंतजार करे, तुम्हें पौराणिक खजाना पाने से मतलब है। हम फिर मिलेंगे।
Yeah, in the last video I explained it, but I'll explain it again this one because that video's gone. When they speak in their native language, I'm not gonna read their dialogue. I'm not gonna read their dialogue out loud again. Footsteps echo inside the cave like a piece of poorly composed percussions music.
Cette peinture murale semble être en rapport avec ce mythe. Là, sur ce document. Voyons voir.
There's a huge mirror carved on the wall, spreading to the end of her. She turned the page of the notebook quickly.
J'ai trouvé! Before the serpent struck in night sky, the stone house of Azura rose to the north of the head of Vindre. The master of the stone has acted with countless feet, with countless eyes, to trip, to pry, in bringing the blessed house of men to rest. Wow! Impressionnant! C'est peut-être l'origine d'une créature mystérieuse. Le coup du serpent, c'est-à-dire le meilleur moment pour s'entraîner sur l'énergie céleste est lorsque la comète traverse le ciel. Long darkness reaches the men as the serpent's tail reveals itself. Some are sent down the great slopes and never return. For desire is the infallible devourer. Le désir. Je devrais méditer avant de m'entraîner. The circle of everything ends at the tip of the great tail. All...
The echo has disappeared. Behind her, there is nothing but boundless darkness.
Est-ce que j'ai mal entendu? Non. Come into the light! Who is there?
Voice ripples out its echoes, and the echoes of the echoes reverberate between the walls of the cave. There is no response.
Ce n'est pas normal. Est-ce que cette statue était dans cette position avant?
While Matilda is still wondering, the status in her sight starts to move. Well, statues in her sight starts to move. The benevolent-looking statues, which were sitting in lotus position, are now struggling in a twisted way to break free from the wall.
C'est pas bon. Il est temps de se replier.
She turns around immediately and runs towards the exit, yet the ground is pulling her back in a rolling carpet, like a rolling carpet.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
You can feel her chin hitting hard against the rock. One arm, two, three, and more of them are growing out from both sides of the statues, each with a glossy eyeball embedded within.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Following the slight noise, every eye turns to the girl lying on the ground.
Dépêche-toi, ressaisis-toi. Pense à ce que tu as appris et pratiqué autrefois.
All enemies in wave 1. Really? For a clip. What is this? Activate the mediator's realm. That immediately gives all allies Moxie +3 while the realm is active. Moxie +1 and ultimate might +30 for each round. The realm lasts 2 rounds. Okay.
I can't wait anymore.
I think I just hearken to the Azura commandant. They seem to be whispering that the stars are all at my command. The commandant can be found in some stages. Follow the commandant. Call upon stellar powers. Okay.
That's them.
Ooh. I want to see what Pew looks like. This power won't last too long no matter. At least it solves my immediate problem. Long press for CS effects. Okay. I would like to use it now.
They're just little games.
That's them.
Left hand up, now right hand up.
Don't worry, you won't try to. Easy, forte. Interessante, interessante.
Oh, that's beautiful, the effect of the card. I really like this patch, only because of the music. Let's see. Who's you?
Are you ready to be blinded?
Come to the time to pray, as if possible.
Are you ready to shake? Woo, release! Hip hip, hooray!
The Spirit of Sky is now active. Please proceed to view the details. Oh, complete the event main story mode to unlock stellar powers. Okay, complete the Azure command in battle to call upon stellar power. Onward to chapter 4. Intersecting lines.
Aïe, ça fait mal. Comment se fait-il qu'il y en ait tant?
Like overgrown grass, more and more statues are coming out of the walls, no matter how many Matilda destroys. Matilda lies against the sharp gravel on the ground. She covers her waist and gasps in pain.
C'est pas bon. C'est pas bon. Réfléchis, Matilda.
Blood is running out from between her fingers, unstoppable, taking away her vitality like a water pump does. The statue in front of her raises the umbrella in its hand.
Non, ne fais pas ça.
Her hands drenched in blood. She can no longer hold the orb.
Get on your feet.
Yay, she came back.
Huh?
The moment she hears the strange voice, Matilda regains strength in her limbs. She can't help but bounce up like a puppet controlled by some invisible threads.
Well done, little diviner. Ramaniani Ariani.
My legs, they healed themselves. Where are the wounds?
Close your eyes. Don't look at anything.
I'm trying not to.
The illusions will destroy your will.
Wait, that was...
Mayura Abiratani.
That was cool. Silence and cold fall again, as if nothing has happened. Matilda looks down at her legs, slapping them to check if she is dreaming. However, they are smooth, nimble, and healthy. There are no signs of injuries on her skin other than the light red marks from the slaps.
Est-ce une sorte de compétence arcanique hallucinante? You are the lady from the train station.
He looks at the lady in confusion.
Looks like part of our destinies are now tied together, kid.
Kala Buania responds to her with a reassuring smile.
What are you doing here? I don't think this place is open to tourists.
Something is churning imperceptibly in the dark.
They are coming again! Is it another illusion?
Hands, and more hands. The familiar dark yellow statues are like newly hatched creatures, slimy and ugly. They are trying hard to break the shells of darkness.
No, they're not. Please, stay behind me.
Kala Bonia sounds a bit confused.
ये तो बिल्कुल असली लगते हैं.
That's the first time I heard her speaking her native language. View the Azure command here. Okay. Select the still power here. Okay. So attack enemies suffering the fragile status 3 times. Okay, okay. My count is all over the place, so excuse me.
I thought it was an academic debate.
Well, that was easy. I think my people are just too overpowered for now.
Are you alright?
Hiding behind the rock, Kala Buania carefully brushes away Matilda's milky blonde hair to find a wound.
Not illusions this time. अरे, क्या तेरे की? कुमार ने ये कैसे किया?
How did Kumar do this?
Ah, the pain. What is happening now? I was only here for...
Sorry, but it's not the time for explaining. We're at the exit soon. Remember, leave this village as soon as possible after you're out. Do not...
Before she finished the words, Calabania seems to have a huge rock on the ground. The rock they hid behind is now a pile of powder. The cave shakes under the strikes of the statues.
Hey!
They hear a strange voice.
Watch your head!
Calabania seems quite nervous. Her arms are holding Matilda even more tightly. A familiar figure leaps onto the statues and oh my god. The left half of the statue's face flies across the cave.
Huh. Harder than I thought. Dad hadn't told me those statues could move. Again.
The giant statue breaks into pieces under his fist and falls to the ground.
That's dangerous. Sorry. Though you have a very impressive appearance as a statue, your attitude and manner are problematic. Ha!
Funny how all of it is showing up here. Calabania grips Matilda's sleeves gently, pulling her one step to the side. The next moment, the falling rocks graze their hair and smash into the ground. The cave goes quiet again. The debris of the statue piles up in front of them. A huge rock is cast aside. The man emerges from the ruins, patting the dust off his broad shoulders. Oh, he's speaking the language too.
Hey, you guys alright? These things are freaky.
As he speaks, he waddles down from the huge pile of rocks and walks towards Matilda.
So, do you know where they came from? My head almost got smashed when I reached the entrance.
He walks at a slow pace, but he keeps his tongue busy.
मुझे यह जगह छोड़े हुए 11 यहाँ शहीद 12 साल हो गए. I'm welcomed by these things as soon as I'm back. What a surprise, huh?
Huh? Is he talking to us?
Man walks over to Matilda. His eyebrows are drawn together in bewilderment.
Wait.
But quickly his face brightens up.
Aren't you the little one from the train station? I helped get your stuff back. Remember me?
Man quickly wipes his face, hoping that Matilda can see him more clearly.
Huh? Oh!
The tall figure takes her back to the train station.
It's you! The man bitten by the thief!
Yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah, he was bitten by the little boy on his real hand, not his mechanical hand.
Yeah, that's me. That was one merciless bite.
He cracks a smile.
Huh. What a happy coincidence. Well, maybe this is not the best place for a reunion, but the occasion is not for us to decide. Oh, I should introduce myself this time. The name is Shamaine. Sorry, I wasn't much of a helping hand earlier and let that kid get away. But this time I have made it up to you. Huh? Huh?
His name is Shamaine? Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Matilda casts a hesitant glance at the ruins.
you have made it up, I guess.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Alabonia raises a hand and interrupts them.
But I think this place is safe only for now. It'd be a wise choice to leave as soon as possible.
He speaks a bit faster.
And I mean more than this cave. Actually, are you tourists? I'm hoping you can leave this village in a couple of days.
Oh, she wants them to like leave the village.
I know this sounds weird, but you need to trust me.
He reaches inside the pocket of her coat and tries to take out a stack of files.
Huh? That... कहाँ है मेरी पहचान?
Finger slips and the files litter the floor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, lady. Take your time. We're listening.
Chamani hunkers next to her, helping her pick up the files.
Oh, here's your ID. Miss Kala Bona. Hold it.
Thank you.
Alabuana reaches for the card, but he doesn't loosen his hand. Chamani points at her waist with a shocked look on his face. He follows his gaze and looks down, a pair of tortoiseshell spectacles hanging on her belt, one temple broken.
Nahi. Main galat nahi ho sakta. How come you have Kumar stuff on your belt?
Oh, does he know Kumar? My goodness, the world is small. Without conscious thought, she tightens her grasp on her ID.
You know Kumar?
Kumar? Who's that?
Matilda returns to their side with the file she found nearby.
And what's with the shock? I thought we need to leave now.
He mumbles in confusion and picks up the last piece of paper on the ground.
Bon, c'est le dernier. Laisse-moi voir. Page 1, page 2.
As she speaks, the files are flattened, moved around, and rearranged.
Page 5.
She stops at a page with familiar content.
Quoi?
It is a data analysis chart. Some notes, hastily written in graceful handwriting, are left next to it. Some words are even highlighted with question marks.
Ces papiers parlent d'énergie céleste et exactement de celle sur laquelle je veux m'exercer. C'est ça. L'analyse sur l'énergie arcanique est très similaire à celle des documents que j'ai trouvés. Mais pas complètement. Celui-ci semble...
Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, I just remember, Kumar also said something that her and Kala has to destroy their old research because it would lead people to believe that they're arcanists. Basically, if I remember correctly, that's what she said to her one time. The black curves in the chart makes her stomach sink. Her gaze slides down the pages and fixes on the word with a question mark next to it.
Manus Vindicte?
Ooh.
Quoi?
Been a while since I heard about Manus Vindicte. Yeah, because they weren't in the last two patches. The air. Oh, we got something here. Oh, okay, so I want to play with these characters. Oh, I get to trash Shemaine, Shemaine, Shamani. I'm messing up everything.
You can't see me. You can't see me.
If Shemaine came out like earlier, the Kala, I probably would have like lost it and just pulled on him instead of Kala. So I'm kind of happy that Kala came out first because I was tempted. What does this do again? A massive attack. It does mental damage.
Oh,
Do that.
I can't agree more.
This one target attack. Target attack. Oh, debuff, massive debuff, damage taken plus 10% and reality defense and mental defense for all enemies for 2 rounds. Try that.
Affirmative.
Now dance.
A ravishing rainbow.
That is a lot of debuffing.
Careful, young man.
Can I stack these? Try his attack.
Brave decision.
Oh, I can't agree more.
Hold on to that.
Wow. Look at this.
Je vois ton
An apple a
destin.
day keeps the doctor away.
At your command. A brave decision. Everyone has their own destination. Hold on to that.
I am interested in his ult, so
Don't worry. Weightlessness out. Oh, I can't agree more.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
The star falls towards the sun as the apple drops to the ground.
is it that he's strong or he just has a really good, his debuff really does put them down a bit. He has a lot of moxie that comes back too. Wonder if that's with his ult. Then read it. Oh, is this a debuff? Better. Confusion on one target. I see.
Affirmative.
Je vois ton destin.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
A brave decision.
That.
At your command.
See, I am able to see clearly.
Hoo! Aha! Hoo!
Your fate is doomed.
Oh, did I waste that on one person? I did. Great. Oh, his ult comes back quickly.
All right. Deep breath in.
Oh, I can't agree more.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
White? Or say, all colors?
A brave decision.
At your command.
Affirmative.
Hold on to that.
Extraction of the rainbow.
Vive la France! Vive Matilda!
That was fun. Now it makes me want to pull on Shemaine. The good thing we didn't exacerbate the issue. Air.
वाक्य कुमार का खाना था। कुछ होना चाहिए था ना। उसे कोई राक्षस तो नहीं खा जाएगा। जाने दो। हे भगवान, रक्षा करना उस घमंडी मूर्ख की जो भाग निकला। ओ, और मेरे लिए सारा खजाना छोड़ गया।
Tanjiro wipes her mouth with the hem of her skirt and steps into the cave.
संभल के, चुपचाप। ओ, वो ठीक है। वो गहराई में क्या कर रही है? वो दोनों कौन है?
Look at her sneaky. She quietly climbs on a rock nearby.
मुझे नहीं पता था कि यहाँ इतनी सारी चट्टानें हैं। ठीक है, चढ़ते रहो। लगभग पहुँच गए।
She kicks her dusty feet in the air, struggling to climb onto a raised edge of the rock.
Huh?
Something grabs her ankle.
ये क्या है?
She frowns and looks down. It is a severed hand. Impulsively, Kanjira kicks her leg. The hand, already covered with many cracks, is thrown into the air and smashed into pieces on the ground. That a hand? Whose hand is that? Is it? Where does it come from? Her heart beats violently. She holds her breath and gathers enough courage to look closer.
ये पत्थर है क्या?
Stone? I didn't meant to read that. She tentatively touches a lump with her fingertips. Nothing happens. Feeling relieved, she starts putting them back together.
ऐसा लगता है कि ये वहाँ मौजूद बदसूरत मूर्तियों में से एक है। अरे, ये क्या हिल सकती हैं? वाओ! ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही है, वैसा ही।
There's a twinkle of excitement in her eyes.
किताब की कहानी की तरह। हाँ, ये सही है। वो खजाने की रखवाली करने वाले गोलेम। वो सच है, मैं जानती थी। और वो अजगर जो महल को खाता है, वो रत्न जो समुंदर को तोड़ता है। खुल जा सिम।
She just won't stop, man. She really is thinking it's gonna be treasure there. There might be though, might be.
मिस शर्जा झूठ बोल रही है। वो परी कथाएं नहीं है।
Well, maybe they are fairy tales.
इसमें कोई आश्चर्य नहीं कि उसके दो सहायक हैं। वो खजाना खोजने वाले हैं। उन्होंने रक्षकों को हराया है।
She nods at her dot, overjoyed by the conclusion.
ओह हाँ, बस झुककर उनका पीछा करो और मुझे कम से कम थोड़ा सा खजाना मिल जाएगा जो वो पीछे छोड़ गए हैं, जैसे कासिम ने तराजू से सिक्का निकाला था।
He is heartened by the plan. He turns around, nimbly jumps on that rock again, while he follows the others in the cave.
Okay. I think I understood every Hindi word. But none of them make any sense anymore when put together.
In the messy cave, The three of them look at each other suspiciously. Shemaine is patting himself on the head, trying to understand Kala Banya's words one by one.
You're saying Kumar. That Kumar I know? The sister whom I've only seen once in my life.
Is that his sister? Like blood-related sister?
Is also my tutor in the university.
Plus, she's the bad guy associating with the Manus.
Oh my goodness. Man, Kumar's been busy. Matilda slowly puts down the files.
So these abnormal growth curves, the fluctuation of celestial energy is a man-made result?
Actually, I'm not 100% sure about their association. But yes, your conclusion about the growth curves is right.
Bonner calmly takes over the files.
The fluctuation was caused by an unnamed celestial body, and its existence is only known to Kumar and me. It was the object of our research at Banner University. At that time, we found some Arcanum-related materials very helpful for our project. But then...
She gently shakes her head.
She was way too radical. Arcanum is strictly prohibited in the field of human science, and we were expelled from the university. After that, our disagreement got even worse. In the end, we took different paths. But apparently, neither of us gave up on the research. We could frequently feel the existence of each other from the changes of the celestial body. And one day, I found an abnormality during the observation. The energy never fluctuated in such a fierce and peculiar way. I decided to contact her. But when I finally found the lab she had worked in, the staff told me she had already left.
She looks at Matilda.
Our common friend told me she had seen Kumar by coincidence. She saw her leave with Amanus.
Alabonia spreads her fingers and shows Matilda a dusty stone in her left palm. Despite the mishap outline, the stone seems to be a little idle.
And I found this from what she left behind. I compared it to the hole in the wall. It does come from this cave, and it has something to do with the Arcanum-related materials on that celestial body. But Kumar never makes mistakes. This one is more like a clue she left to me.
I don't understand her.
Judging from the situation, apparently I'm not the only one invited.
She raises her right hand, showing them the wrinkled envelope. There is a blue postmark on the envelope and an elephant pattern on the bright yellow seal. Inside the envelope, there is a worn piece of paper with nothing on it.
Oh, this is getting even stranger than seeing those moving statues. Like I said, I am, well, to be more precise, I almost am the last living member of my family.
Almost. Germaine points at the majestic elephant on the seal.
This stamp was supposed to come from a special seal that belongs to the heir of the family. Unfortunately, it was passed down to me, and I lost it to a bear many years ago.
Lost it to a bear, huh?
I checked the postmark on the envelope and found the letter came from this remote cave where even rock pigeons don't bother to pay a visit. Since it is highly unlikely that the bear with my seal in its belly would take transport all the way to a cave to send me a letter, I decided to come here myself and find out what this was all about.
I see.
But there's one thing I found weird in what you said.
Remain hesitate about what he is going to say.
As far as I know, my sister is even worse than unqualified. If taken as an arcanist, she's almost like a human. It's nearly impossible for her to use the most basic arcane skills.
Really? Okay.
And this?
He opens both of his palms and gestures in the direction of the broken statues on the ground.
This is not something a random person from our world can do. Is she really able to control these things?
No, she can't. But she has a solution. A solution even I'm not aware of. Theoretically, our skills can only create illusions and nothing more.
Skills can only create illusion, nothing more. Interesting.
But if the man is really offered to help her, even though I don't want to think this way, she may be able to do that.
Oh, I forgot the menace part.
Yeah.
Alright. All I know is, if this letter is really an invitation from her, I guess this won't be a delightful trip for me.
I've heard about that incident in her family, and I don't think her ultimate purpose is just to gather us here.
She turns around and looks at Matilda with a serious but sincere expression.
Thank goodness I met you here, young lady. Can't believe I ran into a Foundation investigate.
Don't mind the title. Every member of the Foundation is obliged to contribute to the cause of peace, let alone an arcanist as extraordinary as I am.
That's great. Ma Saraswati ka vardaan hai.
Yeah, exactly. How fortunate the Foundation has been to have such an excellent subordinate like I am.
I hereby apply for assistance to the Foundation as an astronomy professor and an arcanist.
Yes, Miss Calabauna?
Rather than find Kumar and the Manis, we have something more important to do now.
Something more important?
We need the Foundation's assistance to evacuate the villagers and tourists in PANKH village as soon as possible, because that near-Earth No, it's not an asteroid.
Oh, what is it?
That celestial body we study, not able to be observed by human technology, is approaching this village at a dangerous speed. It reaches level 5 on Torino scale and 0.01 on Palermo scale.
What?
In brief, the meteor shower that is occurring during Deepa festival will become a disaster of meteoroids. I tried to ask organizations in the surrounding areas for help, but this village is out of Chandigarh's jurisdiction. Besides, the villagers refuse to accept help from any social organizations related to humans.
Village refuse to accept help from organizations related. And so are they the villagers arcanists?
The good news is, there are still days before the Deepa festival starts. We still have time to evacuate the people. Meanwhile, I will do whatever I can to find Kumar and stop her, no matter what her next step is. If the Foundation offers its assistance, I will provide any support when needed.
So, this is her real?
Yes. In this case, what happened in the caves was probably nothing more than an experiment.
Oh.
I'm not sure why she's doing this, but I won't allow such an abuse of our hard work. It is our work after all. That's why I must stop the star from falling.
Tateri.
Did you guys hear anything?
Oh, conjure her all of that. Okay. Small figure vaults deftly over the walls, running down the road in opposite direction.
ये अब तक की खराब, सबसे खराब परिकथा है। यहाँ कोई खजाना नहीं है और अब तो यहाँ चट्टानें भी नीचे गिर रही हैं। मुझे वापस जाना है और सभी को चेतावनी देनी है।
He seems to know the place well. He takes a few turns climbing over another wall and lands in a desert yard.
भागो अजर, इन सबको ले जाओ और मैं थक गई हूँ।
Conjurer?
Mr. Ja, why? How you find this place?
Of course I can find it. It's your secret base, right?
He reaches out and drags the nervous-looking girl to herself.
A secret base in others' house without the owner's permission? Well.
No, Mr. Ja. It's not time to judge me. Something huge just happened.
Sorry, sweet jalebi. Your tricks never worked on me.
Touches the ear of the troublemaker.
Got a jar to steal, broke into an old house? Let me check your pocket. I knew it! Whose wallet is this? Did you forget what I've taught you?
Yes, I do all these. I'm sorry, Mr. Ja, but let me down. It's too late. If we don't leave now, the village is going to destroy.
What are you babbling about this time?
See, this is what happens when you do like thievery or tell lies. But by the time that something terrible is happening, no one's not gonna believe you.
It's real, not lie. I even run all the way back from the shrine like idiot and leave tuk-tuk I borrow from Uncle Sirha there.
Oh.
You went to the shrine and ate the offerings again?
I think she even knows that she does
Wrong,
this.
miss.
I'm really sorry, but you must believe me this time. Where are the others? Where they go? We must tell them now. They must take train and leave this place today.
They went to the street for business. What on earth is happening?
Listen to me.
Anjira stops, drawing a huge circle in the air with her hands.
I'm catched by a stone hand in the shrine's cave, and I see the treasure hunters. I hear what they say. They say a big stone called meteorite will fall and smash the village when Deepa festival starts.
Honey, I told you, they're just fairy tales.
No, it's true. Those statues actually move.
Inside the old house, Kanjira is so busy persuading her that she has not noticed the approaching footsteps from outside the door.
The lock's broken, but that's okay. I know the place well. Though Kumar hasn't come here very often in the past years.
It's a good place to start with.
You are...
The two groups look at each other in silence through the door. As the silence goes on, Matilda noticed the wallet in Serja's hand.
Hey, that in your hand. Is that my wallet?
Crowded by these many people, the old house seems ever shabbier. 5 of them sits around a piece of furniture that can barely be used as table. Awkwardness surrounds them like a naughty bird.
Thank you so much for your understanding, Mr. Sharma and Miss Bhuwanish.
Please, madam. You have my admiration for voluntarily taking care of these kids. Besides, technically speaking, this room doesn't belong to me anymore, but to my sister Kumar. I wish I could leave the house to you for future use.
He gestures for Kalabanya.
But you heard what the lady said. I don't even know if the house will survive the meteor.
This is probably not the best time for a sense of humor. Everyone in the room falls into silence. Coming crisis makes them heavy in mind. They sit on the dusted ground. Charmaine magically takes out several ceramic cups from his luggage.
This is the latest batch of Darjeeling tea. Some locals gave it to me when I went across their village. Ah, careful. It's hot.
He touches a cup to feel its temperature and pass out the cups one by one. Matilda snatches Conjura's cup angrily.
You two are in on it together? You've been lying to me all this time?
Hey, quiet before Mr. Jha. You don't lose
Mr. Jha.
anything, my lady. Please forgive me, will you? Now pass me cookies. I need to fill my belly and get to work.
My apologies, Miss Sharcha. I know this is totally out of the blue.
Kalabanya takes out her files again. She has carefully prepared herself to persuade the others.
And the details are yet to be verified. But her valuable time is running out. The last thing we should do is keep on waiting.
Her gaze sweeps the difficult and obscure data and words.
Kalabona.
Her face suddenly brightens up.
My, I think I know this name. I've read the paper co-authored by you and Professor Himani.
Huh? You've read my paper?
Yeah, I'm studying in a public university in Chandigarh. I get to learn a lot of new stuff there. I had a whim to study astronomy before, and I remember reading it in a periodical.
He just gesticulates at the paper.
Yes, I'm sure. It's the same name. This part, and this part. I've read them in your paper, but this one on the side? I don't know anything like it.
It's okay. That one involves the knowledge of Arcanum.
Kalabanya relaxes a bit.
Anyway, this is good news. No, great news. So what are you doing in Moorpunk?
Oh, I take care of the kids here in my spare time. Most of them are humans, but there are arcanists too.
Like Conjura.
I see.
So, what are you going to do now?
Her questions contains both confusion and worry.
I know the top priority is to evacuate the villages. But we don't have much time, since the Deepa festival will start in less than 4 days. Besides, things are complicated in this village.
She frowns at the dot. This could be tricky.
Most of them, including me, had moved to Chandigarh. And the rest of them...
I've heard about that on the way here. Most villagers are reluctant to leave no matter what I say. I tried by starting with those young arcanists, but shame it didn't work at all. The silver lining is, We have the helping hand of Ms. Boanish. She will try to make contact with the Foundation as soon as possible. But we still need to evacuate every villager we can.
I wonder if Matilda will be able to help them out.
We know almost nothing about Kumar's plan now. Not to mention her whereabouts or purpose.
Ice has been broken between them, but their moods have not yet lightened.
Relax. For now, we have two solutions to the problem.
Tremaine raises both his hands, palms up.
First, let's find my clever evil sister so that our astronomer friend can figure out a way to stop the meteor. Or, spread the word and tell everyone to take the earliest train and leave the impact area. It's hard to be optimistic given the situation, but at least there is something we can do to reduce the damage. But if we continue to sit around waiting, the situation will only worsen. Come, let's think.
My evil sister. Bushes and weeds grows throughout the yard. Matilda finds a relatively open area, taking out a silver device from her pocket with great caution. Shaja and Kanjira, the two people who are most familiar with the village, have set out to evacuate the villagers. Inside the house, Shemaine and Kalabanya are turning the room into a cloud of dust to find any possible clues about Kumar. The only quiet place left for Matilda to perform her duty as Foundation investigator is this long deserted yard.
Génial! Il est finalement utile!
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Welcome. Arcane skill verification activated. Please make sure you are not equipped with any wands. Read out the random incantation displayed on the screen clearly. Make sure your tone remains stable.
Fuego! Burn!
Verification success. Registered user, Matilda Buanish. Access level D.
Oh, access level D.
No abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected in the area so far. Level D, access only supports quick report.
Accès insuffisant? La description dit... Donc seul un enquêteur peut demander un renfort via ce système.
Only an investigator can request backup through the system, so she's not an investigator.
Alors, à quoi ça sert de le transporter partout? Je pensais que ce serait utile pour les urgences. Non, cela signifie-t-il que je vais rater l'occasion d'étudier l'énergie céleste en plus de gâcher ma chance de capturer le Manus?
Yep.
La réception est terrible ici. Comment est-ce que je vais entrer en contact avec la Fondation?
Oh, that doesn't sound like any progress with her.
Yeah, no help with the Foundation, unfortunately. Unless there's another Foundation investigator around.
And what I have here is only books. Books and books and books. Nothing else. Calf feeding and management. Is my sister really an astronomer? Was I mistaken about anything? Hey, Matilda, if you like, there should be the last two pieces of Plera J on the table. Remember to have them with tea, or it's going to hurt your throat and ruin your beautiful voice. Kanjira was ecstatic about those cookies. She even took 3 pieces with her when she left. I hope that kind human girl will get to the train station safely with those kids. Now, let's take a look at you. What are you doing? Is this the stone Kumar left to you?
Bonia carefully parts the stone. An idol emerged from it.
Vishnu?
Brahma creates, Shiva exterminates, and Vishnu safeguards the balance of the world, lying on the ocean of stars. According to the materials, well, maybe I should explain it with mythologies for non-researchers. They mentioned 3 idols, but Vishnu's is the only one left, so she must have taken the other 2. Perhaps it's proof that Kumar abandoned the path of maintaining the balance in the first place. That mural there, she said the mythology on it has been passed down in her family.
That's true. I've recited that story at least 20 times. But the part on the mural, to be honest, it feels so out of place to me. It was more like foisted into those well-known myths. Like, a pair of ox horns on a horse's head.
Comparison brings a smile to Kalabania's face, but she shakes her head.
An unusual metaphor. But actually, it plays a significant part in connecting all the mythologies we know. These mythologies are the primary material of our research. We've been trying to prove human science with basic arcanum theory. In fact, there is a connection between them, and they can support each other.
Okay. Science.
If arcanists and humans could get along, I suppose the world would have developed faster than it does now.
Yeah, I agree. Sensing Shamayan's confusion, Kalabania pauses to reorganize her language.
It's not easy to explain it through, but in short, there is another universe in the shape of an egg affecting reality. We call it the meditator's realm.
Back?
Just like our daily dreams, you can enter it once you fall asleep. But that's not how we do it. We connect part of our gnosis with the realm through a special kind of meditation. It's not as easy as it sounds. One needs to either master the meditation skills like we do, or use a special medium as an anchor.
She raises her hand, showing the Vishnu idol to them.
Some mythologies are the original translation of the realm, an existence that cannot be observed through the methods in this world, can be located as long as it is included in mythology. That's how we located that star. Sadly, if we can't prove its existence with data recorded by human technology, our discovery is useless.
I'm surprised. For all this time, she has never given up on studying the old arcanum tale of our family.
You can even say she's fanatic about it. It's just...
Kalabana frowns.
Indeed, we can do a lot of supernatural things in the realm. If your mind is calm or your anchor is strong enough, you can even do whatever you want. But it's limited inside there. Remember I said it's like our daily dreams? Just think of it as a controllable one. Everything in the realm is created based on reality. In other words, it's nothing but a mirror, and the images in a mirror can never affect reality. It's impossible to bring anything into the realm, not to mention taking anything out. But the statues in the cave actually exist in this world. They are tangible. That means she's gone much further than I do. She mastered a method I'm not aware of. What bewilders me is her arcane skill. How did she do that if not for the Manus's help?
Oh, come on. She also knows that cave a lot better than I do, right?
Jermaine goes to the book pile on the other side of the room and casually opens the underground survival guide on top.
We never hung out much. How long did she stay in the village on her last visit? A month maybe? Or 2 weeks? I'm not sure. I even crushed her glasses by accidentally sitting on them. Those are the same glasses you have on your belt.
Oh.
At that time, I thought she was a distant relative I don't know of. After all, it's rare to meet someone so clever and open-minded in this village. I even lent this room to her. This was my secret basement, you know. But only after we parted did my father tell me that she's my sister, the daughter they sent away for lack of arcanum talent.
Oh, that is so sad.
I do remember those days roughly. Back then, I couldn't find her in the institution. I was all alone for a long time.
What happened to her has inevitably affected me. I grew more and more rebellious against the family rules. It's like a story full of cliches. Giving up the training, refusing to listen to my father, skipping all the practice I could possibly avoid. I didn't want to be the blockhead hedged by the so-called family heritage. Of course, at the end of the story, I paid my price for breaking away.
He raised the rough prosthesis and stops churning the pages.
But I think for her, it is even harder to break free.
Yeah. He gently takes out a photo from the book. Oh my goodness, she scratched all their faces out. Except for them two. Okay, so this is probably what Kumar means when she's like, even the Arcanist doesn't accept her. She's talking about her family and basically how the Arcanist is like in their culture.
I guess her plan is to invite me over to this dump full of bad memories. And swoosh, boom, smash all the annoyances with a star. That's a solemn ending. Pity the ones she hates are all gone now.
Oh wow, really? Alabonia takes the photo from him.
But how come you're invited too? Did you upset her as well?
That's a good point. Hatred could be the most likely reason. Actually, we didn't get along well after we left the university.
Alabonia touches the girl in the photo with her fingertip.
Ever since our identities as Arcanists were exposed, we couldn't stay in the institution anymore. That's also the beginning of our disagreement. I always thought that, on the way to proving myself, ourselves, we were each other's only friend and best partner. How could I finish my study in campus full of humans without her?
Small idol in her palm is a bit cool to the touch.
But then my mind was changed.
Her voice lowers.
I wouldn't have connected Kumar with the Manus Vindictae if Hermione's words were all I heard. But I know that was not the first time they made contact.
You mean...
Yes. I don't know the reason, but the Manus has contacted her long ago. She gave them the cold shoulder at the time. But I knew something inside her had changed. Soon after that, she left me, taking all the materials with her. I know the only thing I can do to meet her again is keep walking on the way to study that celestial body. That will lead me to her one day. As I said, we could frequently feel the existence of each other from the changes of the celestial body. But she could always find more information than I do, because the traces left by Arcanum are more obvious than those left by science. This connection between us conveyed my belief to her that one day we would meet again as colleagues. I just didn't expect that this would be the final outcome of my observation, or that we would end up on the opposite sides.
Can there be any lamer stories to tell than these two?
For now, we can't find more clues in our house. Maybe we should go to the shrine again? How much do you remember the myth of your family? As I just said, that was the primary material of our study.
Aha! A genius you are, Matilda!
Running and jumping around with hot tea. I sure know the fun within. But at my age, with the benefit of hindsight, I have to tell you to be careful. You might get burned by the tea.
No, it's the spice! The spice in the tea!
More spice to it? I do have a dozen kinds of different spices with me. Looks like you are very used to them in tea.
Exactly! Tea spices!
What about them, Matilda? Matilda pats herself on the chest proudly.
Now it's time for Matilda to show you her best shot! The orb. Cumin. Oh, you also have clove blossom here. Fantastic.
Calabona picks up a transparent blue crystal to look at it.
The crystal divination. I've spent too much time in the human world to remember the convenience of Arcanum.
If I can foresee any sign about Kumar, our problem will be ended. With the help of the great Matilda, of course. Okay, take a deep breath. Give me your hands. Rest them on top of mine. Yes, like that. Now, think of Kumar in your head. Odd.
The train station?
What is this? Is that the train station?
Instead of showing the sign, as usual, the fog in the orb grows unexpectedly. It surges and gathers into a massive dick slime.
There are...
Zilla snaps open her eyes.
The manners already reached MOR PANKH?
There's 7. The silver bangle.
Hurry up, Ajur! Bring those guys too! Take station. Here are a few spots in my caravan.
Yes, boss.
No, wait. Where's Sharjah? What took her so long? Wasn't she with you?
I saw her. Went to the other side of the village.
Over there? I remember. That's...
Sir, please trust me.
She wobbles her head while begging with sincerity.
You have to convince your father. It's not like before.
Sharjah, it's not that I don't want to talk to my father.
He bends over to place the candle before the stairs, lining it up neatly with the other candles.
You have come to me, I don't know, so many times. Father has already scolded me several times for letting Gina learn all those unorthodox stuff from you. You know, those human books.
His eyebrows furrow, and his face grows red with anger.
You can see, even Gina's mother has no help in the kitchen now. I even have to prepare the candles for Deepa festival myself.
No matter what you say, I'm not taking your advice this time. You would better leave before my father comes out. You know how mad he gets when he sees a human.
ओए राजेश, तुम किससे बात कर रहे हो? तुम फिर से?
देखिए, कृपया मेरी बात मानिए. ये आपात स्थिति है. पूरी बात समझने का वक्त नहीं है. बस इतना समझा लीजिए कि ये सारा गांव उल्कापन से तहस नहस हो जाएगा. आप और आपके परिवार को तुरंत यहाँ से चले जाना चाहिए.
बस, बहुत हो चुकी ये बातें. हम जान गए हैं तुम्हारी योजना. हमें यहाँ से निकालना चाहते हो? कभी नहीं.
नहीं पिताजी, आप जानते हैं कि शर्जा हमेशा...
मैं इससे बात कर रहा हूँ. चलो जाओ, वरना...
Ooh. The old man snatches the broom from next to the door. No one pays attention to the running steps coming from afar.
Uji! Stop him!
तुम कौन हो पागल? और इंसानों के दाल में क्या कर रहे हो?
It's strange how they're able to like automatically know if someone's arcanist or not.
कंजरा!
क्या? उसकी नहीं तो और किसकी सहायता करूं? तुम्हारी? एहसान फरामोश बुढ़े?
Conjure squeezes in between them and confronts the old villager like an upright snake ready to attack.
कितनी बार शर्जा ने तुम्हारी सहायता करी है और जिना को ना जाने कितनी बातें सिखाई है. तुम लोगों ने सिर्फ उसके साथ बुरा बर्ताव किया है. बस बातें करते रहते हो आर्केनिस्ट और इंसानों के बारे में. रहो यहीं अगर रहना है तो. शर्जा तुम सबको बचाने की कोशिश कर रही है, पर कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता. गिरने दो उल्का पिंड को ताकि तुम सब कुचल जाओ उसके नीचे. चलो.
मुझे माफ कर दो. ये तो...
Without saying another word, Kanjara seizes Sajar's arms and drags her away.
Kanjara, stop! Don't pull me. It hurts.
Kanjira makes a sudden stop. Her chest is pumping up and down out of anger.
They is always mean to you and bullying you. Why you must look for trouble?
Kanjara.
After all the things you do for them, how can they treat you like that? Just leave them alone. Come with me. I still have your spot on my caravan. The time for entering and exiting the trains at the station is the same every day. I remember it well. There will be a train leaving here soon. There's still time.
Kanjira, take a deep breath and listen to me.
Shajar becomes conscious of her student's emotions. She bends down to the level of Kanjira's eyes, shaking her arms to reassure her.
I know you said all those things to them for me, and I appreciate that. But think about it. If I treat them just the same way they treated me, just stand by and watch them head to death.
Shajar chooses her words carefully, as patient as she used to be in every English class.
Even if I'm doing this out of understandable fury, how would it make me any different to them? Volunteering to help you, and, in your opinion, risking my life to save them, they're all out of my own will. Hatred doesn't end itself, Kanjira. It has to be ended by someone.
Yeah. Kanjira stares at her teacher's face in confusion. Slowly she lowers her eyes and looks down at her feet.
I don't understand. Do we mean nothing to you?
How come? What gave you such an idea? You are my most precious children. All of you are my treasures.
Aww. Don't make me sad, please.
This is not the first time you prefer they over we. You always put they first when there's a problem.
He knows well that Shajar should not be blamed for this. But this doesn't relieve her of the bitterness.
Kanjira.
I am not able to read, but I'm not a kid now. If I can, I don't want to be an arcanist too. So me, you, and Ajar is the same.
They have no time for this. Kanjira struggles to choke back the tears, but she overwhelmed by the fear of losing Shajar.
Kanjira, don't cry, Kanjira. So you've been thinking, oh, little one, you're just like us. We are your family.
No, you don't understand, Miss Sharja. Enough talk. Maybe I don't understand any of your lectures, but you can't stay here.
I'm sorry, Kanjira.
Shajar has never found it so difficult to refuse someone.
I have to admit they're unreasonable. But as I said, we should put that aside now. It's a matter of life, Kanjira. I can't.
Kanjira feels her stomach churning due to the bitterness, urging her to act on impulse.
You is not listening to me at all. Fine, be a savior and go. We leave here on our own.
Kanjira!
Shajar's hand only lands on empty air. Kanjira runs away and disappears from her sight. She leans on the steering wheel, sobbing.
बस नहीं बात करनी उससे फिर कभी.
The caravan stops at the train station, which seems out of place in a small village.
अजर, सिन्हा जी. कहाँ है सब? इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है यहाँ? दोपहर को तो बहुत भीड़ थी.
Yeah, train station should never be this quiet in this time of morning. Or afternoon. Oh god.
ये तो खून, इतना सारा खून.
Terrifying mass monsters are staggering among the stone pillars in the train station.
नहीं, अजय, सना जी.
ओ बॉस, इधर. यहाँ सुरक्षित है. यहाँ आ जाओ.
A smart head pokes out from behind the pillar. She quickly sneaks through the station on tiptoe without being noticed.
मेरी तो जान ही निकल गई थी. शुक्र है तुम ठीक हो. क्या हुआ यहाँ?
पता नहीं, कुछ भयानक से लोग अचानक आ गए. उन्होंने चेहरों पे मखौटे लगा रखे थे. वहाँ उस प्लेटफॉर्म पर कुछ और लोग हैं. पता नहीं कहाँ से आ टपके और यात्रियों पर बिना मतलब के हमला करने लगे.
Ajar seems to be thinking of something. He can't help but shiver.
शुक्र है कि सारे यात्री यहाँ से जा चुके थे. वे शर्जाक की वजह से बच गए. हम पीछे रह के तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहे थे. तुम अकेले आए हो. मिस्टर जाक कहाँ है?
वो
शांत. वो लोग आ रहे हैं. तुम्हें देख न ले.
As he shrinks in fear, something drops out of his pocket.
तेरी मेरी चंदी की.
Oh no. A silver bracelet bounced briskly on the floor. A slight noise is thundering in the quiet station.
सही में इन सब चीजों की तुम्हें इस वक्त कोई जरूरत है? भागो! बचाओ अजर!
बॉस!
Ooh. A sharp ruin grazes Kanjara's soldiers, leaving a deep wound.
बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. बुच्ची, काट लो उनको. जाओ, कैरावैन में छुप जाओ. यहाँ मैं संभालती हूँ.
Another wound, I think, flashes across her ankle. Kanjara loses her balance and falls to the ground.
बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. अब तो मर गई पक्का.
As Kanjara looks up, the first thing that comes to her tearful, blurry sight is a head with milky blonde hair.
Phew. So glad I got up in time. There are people over here. Let's take her first.
This place is soon going to be dangerous. I know a place. It's close to here. Come, take them this way.
You dirty, filthy, less than elegant mugs! Matilda won't even sweat bringing you down. May the peace be with us!
Okay, so it's like a mixture. Cast debuff type incantation 3 times. See how this goes.
I thought it was an academic debate.
Must debuff any spells defense.
Stay low profile. I don't want to be shunted to some radical department.
Yeah. Drown in tears.
Ouch! Is your medic skill really okay?
Huh? Are you questioning my skill? I was always, for most of the time, the best student in first aid class.
For most of the time.
pain is gone. Yeah?
Well, not bad.
Hey! I'm not done with your stealing!
Matilda pats her on the wound to show her discontent.
Hey! I already apologize.
Slick!
Matilda turns her eyes towards the two people standing under the tree.
I didn't expect to see this. What a spacious yard for a house located right next to the train station.
Is this, Money's house? Maybe? A massive sacred fig stands in the middle of the courtyard. It looks a little older than it was in the photo, and it has become leafless like a skeleton.
Old buddy, I'm surprised that you're still here.
His rough hands land on the equally rough bark. The tree responds with nearly imperceptible cracks.
We have settled everyone so far. I didn't expect so many men as members here. I've never encountered them before. They can't be communicated with. How horrible.
He's still haunted by the battle.
And since we meet them here, it means...
Kumar did cooperate with the menace.
Shoot. It's completely out of control. The incantation in the cave. She must be able to detect the fluctuation caused by it, and that gives away. But what in the world is her purpose? Did she think I would stop her? So she deployed these things to slaughter the village. Does revenge matter that much to her?
Alabonia feels everything is so absurd.
I trusted her. I never believed she would do such a thing, even if we're no longer on the same path.
Vishnu's idol feels particularly hard in Kalabania's soft palm.
But the reality tells me my trust in her is nothing but a joke.
Aw, don't say that.
Hatred changes people.
Yeah. Ramani shakes his head.
It's not a choice, Kalabona. You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. You trust someone because they are trustworthy, but you never need a reason to hate. Let your guard down for even 1 second. The toxic ideal will sneak into your mind, and it would be impossible to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It will burn your mind and sanity until you become an animal living for revenge. Even forget your own name. don't look at me like that. It's nothing personal. In my mind, she is still my cool and scholarly sister. I was young and easily fooled back then. What I said was based on my real-life experience. I was way more outrageous than her. I mean, we were all young once, right?
Yeah. Calabonia shakes her head and sighs.
No matter what, she's already on the move. But we don't even know where she is.
Alcala, Vana, and Charmaine are talking quietly in the other corner of the yard. A heated quarrel is taking place between the girls.
Don't even think about it! The painkiller won't last long! There's no way you can drive with a wounded foot!
I keep thinking that there's like a sword right there, but I think that's just the ribbon. As soon as Conjura stands up, Matilda pushes her back to the seat.
But Sharja's still out there. She can't use any arcane skills. If she's found by the masked monster...
Even if you are right on this, I can't just let you...
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected. Conducting analysis.
It just activates itself? Huh?
Source of abnormal arcane skill fluctuation confirmed. Similar faction, Manus Vindictae. Margin of error, 0.121%. Emergency support application sent.
Oh, that's nice.
Adjusted support application priority to high.
Even though you're a little late, I mean...
Does it mean we can ask the Foundation for backup now?
That would be great.
This is great! People, I finally got in touch with the Foundation!
Yeah? That's good news.
But the Manus are still wandering out there. Before the Foundation evacuates them, the village will be destroyed. We can't just sit around and watch.
Calabonia looks down at the glasses. Her finger gently swipes across the broken temple.
There is another way.
She speaks up, though hesitantly after the long silence.
Way? What way?
If she can do it, maybe I can find traces of her if I enter the realm, because I also mastered meditation skills.
Calabonia's eyes fix on a stone. She lost in her thoughts.
Yes, that's right. I know the path inside. What do I need? Yes, water. Enough water to soak me in.
Her eyes can't help but move to a large ceramic vat in the corner.
Miss, Calabauna?
Now hold on. Please wait.
Jermaine waves his hand in front of the researcher, who is already carried away by some emotion.
If it was so easy, why didn't you look for her in the realm in the first place? It is a risky move, am I right?
How did you know?
Oh, just my instincts or experiences, perhaps?
He gives her a gentle wave of his hand.
No offense, but when I look at you, I see a desperate tiger cub cornered by the hunters. The situation is not as simple as you think. Since she can invite us to more PANKH, she can play the same trick and invite you to her realm. This could be a trap to keep you stuck inside the realm.
I really want to braid his hair. He has a lot of hair. I'm sorry.
You are right. It is a risky move. With the other two idols as her anchors, she's the true dominator of the realm now. I can't foresee what's ahead of us in there, so I've been avoiding it. But
Alabania looks up at him.
we don't have other choices, do we?
Now we are talking. You seem ready. But,
He shakes his head with slight disapproval.
Whatever you decide to do next, don't. This is the advice from an experienced hunter.
Why?
Because whatever is in your mind now is going to send you into the hunter's trap. This happens to all kinds of animals. When the animal realizes it is cornered, its mind will be in a muddle. It can't think of anything else, but at the same time, it strangely grows overconfident. It will take the gamble of escaping from its last way out, which is also going to be the entrance of the trap. Trust me.
He seems unusually serious.
I know how you feel. You thought there's no way out, but a footlog bridge.
She stares at his face for a long time. Eventually, she shakes her head.
The man's followers are still wandering about, and some villagers haven't been moved to safer locations. But sometimes, we must take the risky path to get out of the dreadful situation, even though it is full of traps.
He noticed her fingers clutch and loosen repeatedly out of anxiety.
It may not solve all the problems, but it's better than doing nothing. If this really is a trap, that means we will meet again. And I have been waiting for a chance to talk to her face to face for too long. I have been chasing after an imaginary goal since she left me. I watched that star closely, taking down everything that I could observe. However, despite all the efforts, deep down I know better than anyone else it's useless. I remember those days, almost half of which were like living in a mist. But now, I can feel it. Her silhouette is right there in front of me. To be honest, this is not the best time to seize this chance.
Miss Calabona.
But no matter how I look at it, this is too good an opportunity to pass up.
Tremaine meets her gaze squarely. Then he blinks. He scratches his head, feeling a bit powerless.
Okay, fine. If you insist on doing this, I will not stop you. We all have our lessons to learn, and you are right. We don't have any better options. What is it they say? No risk, no feast, huh? But please keep this in mind. No matter what happens, your safety will always be the top priority. We cannot bear to lose someone who is capable of putting this to an end.
I will.
He continued. Stargazing today is now active, and you may stargaze once daily. You benefit the benefit you find can be used in Vedic astrology. Okay. Oh, what is this? Sun rises and the moon veils its face. If Gentle's fingers guide each tender seedling, A hint of a different path free of monotony. Moon. Jupiter. Mars. Try this real quick. Oh, they give you fixed character? Nice. Pass and ultimate 3 times. Okay. What is this? Oh, he's cute. The carbuncle would join the fight. Long press to check details. Okay. Use the strength of each team to complete as recommended. Activate the mediator's realm to get carbuncle reincarnation. Transforms the enemy into carbuncle. Let's see now. Okay.
This is not bad for a stretch.
Okay, so what can I do with those planets? Oh, it's a fabric. Oh, okay. I like that they keep give us like characters.
Hey, give me a chip. Just one with the lowest denomination.
For now, let's just continue the story. And the little guardians. They gathered before the cremic vat in the yard.
Are you sure? To use this?
What's wrong with it? It has enough water to soak me in.
Jermaine looks at the old vat and then checks the filthy water and rotten leaves inside. There is a silence between them. Yeah, I wouldn't go there either. I wouldn't.
You are much more practical than I thought.
Really? You think so?
Oh, before I go.
I mean, I guess if it means to save the village, I guess, but you don't catch me going in there. She hands the Vishnu idol to Matilda.
Aren't you going to take it with you, Miss Calabona?
No.
Slowly shakes her head.
Charmaine has a point. This is our last chance to win this fight, and it should be kept away from Kumar as far as possible.
Miss Calabona? Take this with you then.
Matilda passes over a crystal. It is shining brightly, like a freshly picked star.
This is your...
My pendulum. It's one of my collections. One of the purest. Even I don't have a lot of them around. I realized that the theory of meditation you've talked about is quite similar to some of the crystal divination theories. So perhaps this will help you in the water if the crystal can stabilize the magnetic field and guide you in there.
You...
No need to be surprised. This is how quickly a genius can think.
Thank you.
Ah, great. So it's only me who can't understand this meditation in water thing? Well, it takes all sorts of rocks to form a mountain.
Before he finishes his sentence, Calabania has quickly submerged her legs in the water as if the cold didn't bother her at all.
Okay, the pendulum and enough liquid. And all I have to do now is think of Gamor.
She bends her knees and lets herself slide into the water. Her world is immediately free of sound. As soon as her head is completely submerged in water, the cold attacks from all directions. Be it real or false, delusional or real, a world reappears before her.
Where else could it be more suitable than the place we first met?
Oh. Familiar stone stairs extend much longer than she remembers. The rough red bricks, the well-calculated and carefully designed art. Everything in Untar has a unique kind of beauty.
How thoughtful you were, Kumar.
I would like to go to this place someday with the very tall structures. I would love to see those.
To recreate the observatory in the realm.
Oh. The figure standing still on its top looks like a black singularity. She knows who it is.
Just an illusion in my mind.
Now her left foot is on the first step. Resistance is expected. Is that her when she's a kid?
She remembered almost every detail of me as a child.
The figure standing in front of her greatly resembles her younger self, always fist clenching and always ready for confrontation. And now the girl is irritated by the intrusion. Man, do y'all hear the music? It's going crazy right now. She rushes towards Calabania and throws quick punches.
It hurts. Did it hurt this much when I hit someone as a child?
Aww.
Get out! You should not be here.
Tries to drive Calabania away, fighting her like a trained warrior.
Ah, yes. Mom had taught me a few moves to deal with those brats at that age.
Leave!
Aw, she sounds sad. Like just an angry child.
This feels weird.
Yeah, I bet it would be weird looking at your past self. I try not to think about it so much.
Did Kumar put you here? To guard this fragment of memory? This shall be the obstacle in my way to where I want to be. It's time to face the illusion from the past.
I thought it was an academic debate.
यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हो? चले जाओ.
Oh, they're gonna let me go one at a time, I see.
मैं 12 साल की उम्र में छोटी और कमजोर थी, लेकिन मुक्का मारने में मुझे कभी भी कोई झिझक नहीं हुई ना। लेकिन क्यों? आप क्यों? ओह ठीक है, संवाद करने की यह इच्छा, इस उम्र में भी मैं बेहतर नहीं हूँ, फिर इसे कठिन तरीके से करना होगा।
I love hearing the native language, man. It's so good.
Try this.
You've grown taller and you have stronger hands, like I've dreamt of. So, have you two found the graveyard of stars?
तो आपका क्या मतलब है? क्या आपका मतलब है कुमार?
Try this, and I'll try this.
Everything has its cause and effect. Calculation.
Oh, that wiped her out.
तुम फिर से शांत हो गए। ध्यान किसी के दिल और आत्मा के बीच बातचीत है, लेकिन मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि ये इतनी जल्दबाजी में किया जाएगा। अगला कौन है?
That'd still be me, which is also you. We're 16 and the bad kid sitting behind us cut our hair. Leave now, Kalabona. Hip hip, hooray!
The illusion is dispersed and then gathers again in the distance, but this time she is no longer irritated. She gradually fades away in the light and shadow of the observatory, and her voice goes further and further.
From the past to the present and the future.
The past to the present.
The thing you are clinging on to,
Facing and chasing. Think what it is.
Calabania lowers her head to look at her palm.
You are still asking questions that cannot be answered, just as you always did. What do you think I should chase after?
Fingers clenched gently.
इस बार मैं धोखा नहीं खाऊंगी, कुमार। उस दिन के बाद से मैंने खगोल विज्ञान का अध्ययन कभी नहीं छोड़ा।
There is only an echo in the empty space. The illusion has gone. She looks up at the almost endless stairs.
Keep moving.
Oh, to be continued. Man, I'm really interested in the story, but unfortunately I think we're gonna have to stop here. Yeah, this might be about halfway through, so yeah, I'm gonna stop right here. Next time I'm gonna go through chapters 10 to the end. But yeah, I'm liking the story so far, and I think this is some side stuff where you could get like rewards. But anyway, I'm thoroughly enjoying the story so far for this patch, and I really do appreciate the language, the native language that's being spoke here by the voice actress and actor. Really good. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and I can't say subscribe anymore. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for some more Verse 1999. I hope you're all enjoying 1.3, and I hope y'all pulls went well. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.